Cod fishing is a complex process that requires skill, experience, and specialized equipment, and is usually carried out on modern ships operating in cold waters such as the North Atlantic or North Pacific. Fishermen usually start their trips from major ports, carrying food, fuel, fish finders, refrigeration systems, and specialized fishing gear. Once in the fishing grounds, they use sonar to locate large schools of cod moving along the seabed. Cod live in cold waters, between 200 and 600 meters deep, so accurate positioning is essential. One of the most common methods of catching cod is using bottom trawls, also known as bottom trawlers. Giant nets are lowered to the seabed and dragged for hours, collecting tons of cod and other species. When the net is full, the crew uses cranes to pull the net onto deck, then dump the fish into large tanks. Immediately, the fish are sorted by hand by fishermen wearing thick protective gear. In the bitter cold wind, cod of all sizes are transferred to the processing line, where workers quickly gut, fin, scrape blood and clean. Some are flash frozen using modern technology to preserve freshness, while others are stored in deep freeze compartments waiting to be brought back to land. In addition to trawling, some boats also use long lines, a more environmentally friendly fishing method. Long lines can be tens of kilometers long, attached with thousands of hooks with attractive bait, and lowered deep into the bottom where cod often feed. After a few hours, the lines are pulled up. Fishermen collect the large cod caught, quickly remove them and process them on the spot. This method helps reduce the amount of trash fish, limiting damage to the marine ecosystem. Throughout the trip, GPS and radar positioning systems help the boat move safely in harsh weather conditions, ice and big waves. The crew works in shifts, 24/7, to ensure maximum catch and the highest quality of products. When the catch is reached, the ship will return to port, carrying hundreds of tons of carefully frozen cod, ready to be shipped to the processing plant or exported. Cod fishing is a combination of human power, modern technology and long-standing experience, demonstrating the resilience of fishermen in the face of the harsh nature of the northern seas, not only requiring modern techniques and equipment. The cod fishing journey is also a harsh physical and mental challenge. Each trip usually lasts from a few days to a few weeks, depending on the distance of the fishing grounds and the amount of fish caught during that time. Fishermen have to work in extremely harsh weather conditions with temperatures often below 0 degrees Celsius, strong winds, heavy snowfall and the sea surface always undulating with large waves up to several meters high. Each shift usually lasts 6 to 12 hours, and there is not much time to rest. The sailors take turns working continuously, from dropping nets, pulling nets, classifying and processing fish to preserving and cleaning the deck. The work requires precision and agility, because every minute of delay can cause hundreds of kilograms of fish to lose their freshness. In particular, when processing cod, each operation of cutting, Cleaning and freezing must be carried out at high speed but still ensure cleanliness and technical standards. Because cod is a high-class seafood, exported with great economic value, there are days when the entire crew has to work almost non-stop to take advantage of the time when the fish gather in large numbers. Another important factor is the ability to coordinate closely between members of the ship. Everyone must understand each other, coordinate smoothly in each operation of pulling the net, pumping the fish, adjusting the machinery or handling unexpected situations such as torn nets, stuck fish or sudden bad weather. Cod fishing vessels are often equipped with weather warning systems and satellite communications to ensure timely information updates, helping the captain make quick and accurate decisions. However, despite the support of modern technology, the human factor still plays a key role. Each person on board must be in good health, mentally strong and highly adaptable to harsh environments. They are not only ordinary workers but also warriors at sea, ready to face danger to bring home precious catches of cod after the journey ends. When the ship docks, tons of cod will be loaded onto refrigerated trucks to be transported to processing plants or warehouses. Here, the fish will continue to be classified, packaged and distributed to the domestic market or exported to countries with high consumption demands such as Japan, Korea, the US and European countries. After processing, cod is often made into products such as fillets, frozen cod, fried cod, or salted cod, which are very popular in high-end dishes. The tireless efforts of fishermen at sea have created a sustainable value chain for the seafood industry, contributing significantly to the local economy and national exports. Not only does it bring high economic value, cod fishing is also closely linked to the cultural life and traditions of many coastal communities, especially in the Nordic countries, Russia, Japan, Canada and the United States. In some regions, cod fishing has existed for hundreds of years, passed down from father to son as a part of their flesh and blood. Fishermen not only see it as a way to make a living but also as a source of pride, courage and identity of the children of the sea. From a young age, many people follow their fathers to sea, learning how to tie ropes, pull nets, distinguish fish, monitor the weather and intuitively feel the rhythm of the sea. Over time, they accumulate valuable experience that cannot be learned from books. Although modern equipment has greatly assisted today, it is the feeling and field experience of long-time fishermen that are still the deciding factors for the success or failure of each trip. Another noteworthy point is that sustainability in cod fishing is increasingly being focused on, because cod is a highly valuable commercial species and has been overfished in the past. Many countries have adopted strict policies to protect this resource. Cod fishing is now subject to quotas, seasons, minimum sizes and strict regulations on fishing gear to avoid damaging the seabed ecosystem. Violators can be heavily fined or even have their operating licenses revoked. In addition, Many initiatives are being applied to improve fishing efficiency while still ensuring the environment, such as using equipment to separate trash fish from the water, using eco-friendly hooks or automated systems that reduce manpower while still ensuring productivity. All of this shows that the cod fishing industry is changing in a more modern and sustainable direction. In the rear, the fishermen's families are always a solid support. Every time the ship sets sail, relatives on the mainland follow the journey via the positioning system and look forward to the day the ship returns safely. Each voyage is a gamble with the weather. The ocean and fate. When the ship arrives at port full of fish, it is not only the result of labor but also joy. The continuation of life for the whole community. In today's era, when the demand for seafood consumption in the world is increasing, cod fishing plays an increasingly important role. It not only provides a valuable source of protein for humans but also creates millions of jobs, supporting industries such as shipbuilding, refrigeration equipment manufacturing, seafood processing and logistics. From a ship on the distant ocean to a meal on the table of millions of families, the journey of a cod is a living testament to the connection between humans and nature. Between hard work and sweet results, the story of cod does not stop at the fishing stage but extends to the cold chain logistics, an essential part to ensure product quality from the moment it leaves the sea until it reaches the consumer, after being frozen on board. The cod is stored in deep freeze compartments at a temperature of -30 degrees Celsius, maintaining its freshness and intact meat texture. When the ship arrives at port, all the fish will be transferred to shore by a crane system and put directly into specialized refrigerated containers. At the processing plants, the fish are further processed according to different market requirements. Some are kept whole, some are filleted, sliced or ground into ingredients for ready-made dishes. The processing line often operates continuously, with modern technology to increase productivity while maintaining the highest level of quality and food safety. For the international market, cod must undergo many strict quality checks, from water content, meat color, freshness, to antibiotic residues or harmful microorganisms. Only batches that meet the standards are allowed to be exported to demanding markets such as the EU. Japan or the United States. Thanks to that, the cod brand from cold seas such as Norway, Alaska or Newfoundland is increasingly prestigious and popular. Behind each box of cod sold in the supermarket is a chain of diligent and disciplined labor, connecting fishermen, preservation engineers, factory workers to transport drivers and inspection experts. That harmonious coordination creates an efficient, transparent and increasingly modern industrial ecosystem of catching, processing, consuming cod. However, along with great profits come significant challenges. Climate change is clearly affecting the cod population. Rising sea temperatures are causing cod to move farther and deeper, even changing their traditional migration routes. This makes it more difficult to locate schools of fish, increases fuel costs. and requires more modern equipment for ships to adapt. In addition, competition between countries, companies, and between industrial ships and small boats also raises many issues of fairness, access to fishing grounds, and protection of local fishermen. In this context, many international organizations have been established to monitor the sustainable exploitation of cod. Typically the Marine Stewardship Council, MSC, which certifies responsible fishing fleets, protecting the environment and marine life. These certifications help consumers recognize and prioritize choosing cod products with clear origins and friendly to the ecosystem. Therefore, fishing for cod today is not just an act of seeking yield, but also a long-term commitment to nature and future generations on a deeper humanistic level. The cod fishing journey is also a mirror reflecting the resilient spiritual life of people in the face of majestic but also harsh nature. The ships crossing the sea covered in thick fog, where the water surface is as black as if it wants to swallow everything, where snowstorms can strike at any time, is a testament to the courage of fishermen who dare to face danger for a living. On the cold deck in the middle of the northern winter, each person still works diligently without rest. Each movement of pulling the net, classifying, and dissecting the fish is smooth and precise, leaving no room for even the smallest mistake. In the pitch-black night with only the flickering light from the ship's lights and the roaring waves, they are still steadfast in the mission that the ocean has given them, bringing precious fish to the mainland to feed millions of people. That work is both arduous and dangerous, but also quietly noble and full of pride. Many fishermen say that cod is not just a seafood. It is a symbol of faith, perseverance and loyalty to the sea. Many generations have spent their lives on sea voyages in search of this long silver fish. And each time they catch a full catch, their hearts are filled with a sense of victory. Like a hunter who has just crossed the fragile boundary between life and death to bring back the spoils for the whole village. Therefore, cod festivals are often held in many localities after each big fishing season as a way to honor the sea, express gratitude for labor and pray for a favorable season. Children are told thrilling stories about the sea. Young people learn how to tie ropes, use cranes and identify the weather, while the elderly sit by the harbor watching the ships disappear into the horizon, silently hoping that the sea will return their loved ones intact. In the era of modernization, although machines and automatic systems are gradually replacing human labor in many stages, the spirit of cod fishing is still preserved as a part of the soul of the sea. Meals with pure white cod on the dining table today are the result of countless efforts, sweat and tears in the cold ocean. It is a magical connection between the deep ocean and humans, between vast nature and small but determined working hands. And that is why each cod not only has nutritional value, but also carries the story of the sea, of people and of the journey of making a living that has never been easy. Today, when cod has become a popular dish in international cuisine, from luxury restaurants in Europe to family meals in Asia, few people know that behind each piece of soft, sweet white meat is a fierce and extraordinary journey. Fresh cod is processed into many delicious dishes, steamed, grilled, fried, made into soup, tomato sauce, and even salted and dried in the traditional way to make the famous Portuguese dish bacalhau. In Japan, cod is used to make shirako, cod testicles cooked in hot pot or eaten raw, considered a rare delicacy. In Korea, people prefer dried cod to make hangover soup. No matter what form it appears in, cod always retains its characteristics: soft, not fishy, rich in nutrients and easy to combine with many other ingredients. That helps this fish dominate the global market and position itself as one of the most important commercial fish in the world. However, what makes cod so valuable is not its delicious taste, but the process that people have to sacrifice a lot to bring it from the cold ocean to the dining table. Every time a boat sets sail, it faces risks. The engine can break down in a snowstorm. People can fall into the sea while pulling the net. The net can tear before it is full. The yield can be less than expected despite searching for many days.